Hi, this is Forgetful Jedi Knight again, and I'm now doing the video for Apex. I promised that when I finished Illustrious I'd do the video for both of them, so keeping my word, here is Apex. This saber was a rebuild of a saber I obtained from Jango Fett and FX several years ago. It's a rebuilding of the old Flourish 2.0 saber. I liked the saber, but there were a few things that didn't really work for me. One thing I didn't like, the original, if you remember, had two choke sections back to back. And it was very curvy, and it was a good spinner. Unfortunately, it was a little uncomfortable for me to deal with. Plus, the saber was a little long. And due to the configuration of the saber, the battery pack probably had one of the least run times out there. So I decided to redo the saber. I eliminated one of the choke sections. I elongated the grip section a little bit, or rebuilt a new one. And I moved the switches away from the very tippy top of the saber where the Mad Cow switches were in Flourish 2.0. And also you'll notice that unless you look very carefully, you could barely see the switches anymore. I used two small block momentary switches in a Mad Cow style configuration, and they are placed right about here. On the underside, the recharge port and kill key. There's a CoverTech wheel that stands out quite a bit because it needed to clear this back pommel section. This is running a Crystal Focus version 5. When I first bought this saber with Jango, it had I believe it was a Lux 5 Cyan Bin 1. I love the color of the saber. I love the color of the blade. I thought it worked very well with the saber. He also had it running Res Blade, which is a font that I thought worked very well for the saber. So when I did all the upgrades, I swapped it out for a custom Tri-Rebel. It's a cyan, blue, and white. Cyan and blue are mixed to try to get as close as I could to the Cyan Bin 1. White Flash on Clash. And I have, I kept some of the blinkies from the original design. In the choke section, when I turn the saber on,
I have a bad feeling about this.
You may notice that the holes in the choke section are drilled in a diamond pattern to match what's on the grip section, and also there are blinkies. There's a cyan blinky in the pommel as well. So if I turn the saber on, you'll see the blinkies, and you'll see the pommel blinky as well. In addition, I put a red kind of like warning LED in here so that to give it the illusion that if the saber was being stressed, by lockup or a lot of battle, the red would blink. I'm also running Crystalline Workshop on the saber, so it blinks a lot in that font. So if I, do Blaster Block or lockup, you'll start to see the red show up in there. On this saber, because I do use this to fight, as a matter of fact, when I sparred with Nova Star a couple weeks back, this was the saber I was using. I did put the anti-off protection, so you have to hold down the power and the auxiliary button at the same time. So that's basically it. Thanks for watching.